Hello, my name is Michael Moose, and today I thought I'd share with you one of my most incredible stories. This is the tale of the Whispering Woods. Chapter 1. A Knock at the Wrong Tree. Most mornings in Elderpine start with a yawn, a stretch, and a quiet, judgmental grunt about the squirrels. Mine began with a knock. Now, you might be wondering how a moose like me gets a knock on his door. First off, I don't have a door knot exactly. I've got a hollow in the hill with a stone slab and a moss curtain. Second, nobody knocks. They yell, they flap, they deliver acorns via trebuchet-boo. Knocking is unnatural. So when I heard the 3 precise taps against the stone, I knew something peculiar had found me. If this is another fungal solicitor, I muttered, nudging the moss aside with an antler, you're in for a long day. Outside stood a badger in a cloak far too elegant for someone with dirt still on his claws. He bowed like a stage actor and presented a scroll sealed with blue wax. Michael Moose? That's me. Unfortunately. You've been summoned to Thornwood. By the authority of the Willowspire Accord. Immediate attendance requested. Magical disruption suspected. Of course it is, I sighed. And here I was hoping to reorganize my moss. Chapter 2. The Town That Forgot Itself. Thornwood wasn't a place I liked visiting. Too neat, too symmetrical, and it always smelled faintly of cinnamon and secrets. It lay on the edge of Elderpine, where the trees thinned and the sunlight got a little too smug. The last time I'd been there was for a minor goblin incursion and an incident involving enchanted tea kettles. Long story. Still banned from the bakery. This time, it was worse. As I clomped through the town square, I noticed at immediate nobody recognized me. Not just indifference, confusion. Even old Elba the owl, who once knit me a cloak I could barely lift, looked through me like fog. It's like I've been erased, I told Ruby, who'd flown in from the east once she caught wind of the summons. She always did, nosy bird. Or like they've been rewritten, she said, perched on my antlers. This isn't just memory loss, it's enchantment, level meddling. We reached the Council Tree Thornwood's version of City Halland. I found a note pinned to the bark. If you're reading this, you're already part of the mystery. Follow the trail of silence, begin at the pond that doesn't ripple. Ruby blinked. This just got interesting. I groaned. It always does. Chapter 3. The Pond That Didn't Ripple. We found it half a mile out, nestled in a clearing so quiet it made your bones itch. The pond was mirror still. No frogs, no bugs, not even a falling leaf dared touch its surface. I dipped my hoof in. No ripples, like it refused to admit I existed. Then something glimmered beneath the water, a silver key, and a reflection that wasn't mine. It was me, yes, but younger, wilder, sharper antlers, fire in the eyes. The version of Michael Moose from back before retirement and disillusionment. Before I realized the forest could break your heart as fast as it needed your help. That's not you, Ruby whispered. It was. The key rose from the water, hovering. I took it. The pond shattered. Chapter 4. The Labyrinth Below Thornwood. A crack opened in the ground, revealing stone steps that led deep beneath the roots of Thornwood. Ancient magic pulsed with each step, like a heartbeat beneath the earth. Great, I grumbled. Cursed basement, because nothing says welcome back like cryptic holes in reality. We descended into a massive underground maze, part ruin, part root system, and all wrong. The walls whispered forgotten names, and the air smelled of damp memories. At the center, we found a stone door etched with old druidic symbols. I recognized one judgment. The silver key fit perfectly. Chapter 5. The Trial of Remembrance. Inside was a circular chamber lined with glowing vines. In the middle stood a pedestal. On it, a cracked mirror. This again? I muttered. Ruby perched nearby. Michael, this is all built for you. The enchantment isn't on Thornwood, it's on you. The mirror shimmered. I saw scenes from my past, things I'd locked away. My failure during the Trial of Thorns, where I let a friend fall to save the mission. The forest never spoke of it. Neither did I. Until now. The chamber demanded confession. I spoke. Tears. Guilt. Release. The vines glowed gold. The enchantment cracked. Thornwood remembered me. Chapter 6. The Weaver in the Roots. With the town's memory restored, the source of the spell revealed itself, a creature known as the Weaver, hidden in the deepest roots of the council tree. It fed on forgotten truths, sustained itself by pulling threads from memory and history alike. Why me? I asked. The Weaver hissed. Because you are stitched with guilt, and guilt unspoken is the finest thread of all. Not anymore. I slammed my staff into the roots. Elderpine's magic surged. Ruby dove tearing at the threads. The Weaver screamed and unraveled. Chapter 7. The Truth in the Branches. Thornwood bloomed that morning. Colors were brighter. Songs returned. Elba brought me tea and apologized for the foggy welcome. I sat under the council tree. Ruby napped on my antlers. You good? She asked, half asleep. Getting there, I said. Some knots take longer to undo. The forest whispered around us, remembered, forgiven. Chapter 8. The Mirror That Lied. Just as I was beginning to think peace might stick around for more than a day, Ruby returned from her dawn flight looking ruffled. Michael, she said, with the urgency of a raven who'd seen far too much before breakfast. There's another reflection, back at the pond, but this time, it was me. We returned to the mirror pondingly now. The water shimmered like quicksilver and refused to break. Ruby hovered above it, eyes narrowed. Something's wrong. It's reversed. Look at the trees. Look at yourself. I peered into the surface. My reflection grinned before I did. Then it stepped out. Chapter 9. The Doppelganger Pact. He called himself Kale's same build, same antlers, but with eyes like polished obsidian and a voice that grated like shifting bark. I'm the version of you who didn't walk away, who stayed angry, who thrived on the forest's pain. Ruby flapped back in horror. This isn't just shadow magic, it's a soul split. Kale's from the broken branch of the mirror realm, I said, realization dawning. Not a reflection, a consequence. Kale grinned. And I've come to claim what should have been mine. The forest, the power, the truth. Chapter 10. The Forgotten Pact. We raced to the library of Mosson Ancient Grove, sealed in lichens and guarded by sentient nettles. There, I uncovered a scroll older than the council tree. The Pact of the Living Echo. Centuries ago, druids discovered that intense regret could fracture time's mirror. The fragments spawned echoes, living beings born from the split soul. Only one could remain. So Kale's not just dangerous, Ruby said. He's destined to try and replace you. Then it's time I stopped running from my past and faced it. Chapter 11. Duel Beneath the Thorn Moon. We met in the glade under the thorn moon the one night every decade when the veil thins. Kale brought shadow beasts, twisted roots, illusions of my worst days. I brought Ruby, my staff, and a few choice words. I failed once, I said, facing my darker self. But failure doesn't define who I stay. The duel was fierce. Magic and memory collided. My antlers locked with his. The forest watched. Then I remembered the Weaver's last words guilt was the finest thread. I let go. I forgave myself. Kale screamed as the magic unraveled. He vanished into light. Chapter 12. Elderpine's Echo. The thorn moon faded. The glade fell quiet. Ruby landed beside me. You okay? Better than I was. The forest whispered approval. Birds sang a new song, and deep beneath the roots, the cracked mirror sealed itself. I had faced the truth, faced myself, and Elderpine would remember. Chapter 13. A new map. Weeks passed. Thornwood flourished. The bakery lifted my ban under protest. One morning, Ruby dropped a scroll at my hooves. Another map. Another mystery. "You up for it?" she asked. I smiled. If the forest calls, Michael Moose answers. Cloak on, staff ready, prepared to take on the world. The end. I hope you enjoyed that tale from my past. Let me know what your favorite part was in the comments below, and I hope to see you again soon.